How do you make people feel like, relaxed? What's your normal go-to?
You'll see in a minute. You'll just feel relaxed.
Oh, right, okay.
So what I normally say, to people that I'm not gonna ask you anything that you're gonna say, why has he fucking asked me that? It's not one of them ones.
I'm already laughing.
Like you said, you can ask us questions as well and we'll answer them, innit?
Hopefully.
What do you mean?
I'm like used to being a host, so
yeah, exactly.
I struggle to not be.
You're going to be better than us.
No.
Yeah, literally, you are going to be better than us. To be fair, at hosting, I think.
Yeah, and we're not in the studio.
You just called yourself
anymore.
thick and a shit host now.
No, I'm not a shit host.
You've got really low self-esteem. What's wrong with you?
He's got imposter syndrome.
Why? What do you bully him?
I learned what that is this week.
Do you bully him?
No. No, he just tells me go do this interview. When we're on vlogs, you do tell me to do interviews.
You know what it is?
Catch me off
on
guard.
vlogs and like
he catches me off guard.
He falls asleep a lot. I think
that's my thing. I do. Because you know what it is? Yeah, it's difficult for a guy my age to keep trend on everything is hard. It's very hard. I find it difficult.
Gosh, you're buckling under the pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just getting high too much.
Yeah,
I'm not high.
Maybe that's why you're falling asleep.
And he doesn't want to learn how to do new stuff, innit?
No.
Like when I say, use CapCut, you're like, oh, fuck, I hate CapCut.
You sound like a married couple.
I do want to use CapCut. I know I'm quite old.
All right, let's get into it. Yeah.
Come on, let's do
You don't look old though, sorry.
I dye my beard once a week.
Do you have to? Oh, but
I have to.
You can't tell though. You don't look like a block one where it looks like.
Oh no, yeah.
It's because he hides his hair and dyes his beard.
Yeah, because my
hair.
hair
He looks 26 again.
26 is the age.
Yeah, but he's 40.
No, look, my hair's great. My hair's great. My hair's great. I kept my hair great.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Fryday podcast. I'm your favourite host, Big J.
And I'm RJ.
And today we've got another Leicester legend in the building, the one and only Tej Dhutia. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for coming on.
Appreciate you coming on.
So I've seen on your Instagram you've had a busy week.
Oh mate, did you see that post?
Yeah.
Jokes. And even I was just at lunch right now with my husband and I goes, I'm out on Monday as well. Because BBC Radio Leicester want me to come in, and he just looked at me like, you wouldn't let me do this.
Is he supportive though?
Yeah, man.
And how important is it? Sorry to get straight into this though, but
get into it.
How important is it to have a supportive other half?
Oh God, you can't do it otherwise. I've got a supportive other half, and I've got supportive in-laws.
Yeah.
So
that is a good support system.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're Indian, was it a love marriage or was it arranged?
It was a love marriage.
Oh, so that's good. That's good. So
But can I just say? I had a love marriage. Like I said, I met him when I was at uni and we got married at 25, which is like proper early.
Yeah.
And I just think, God, I was so naive. Like it could have turned out absolute bollocks.
But I think
you just
back then,
don't know what you want.
25 was the prime age, right? Because I swear that 25, everyone was
at least you got to 25. Our parents' age and that. They had to get married at 18,
but 25 back in the day was the prime age to get married, sort of thing.
So.
To get engaged and to make that first step into doing something big.
I'm saying, when you say like, was it an arranged marriage? And then you go, love marriage. So, that's like more like comforting that it was going to work. Absolutely not, because you don't know what you want at that age.
It was a calculated risk.
Absolutely, 100%. You don't know what you want at that age. I still don't know what I want at my age.
You don't know what red flags are or like anything. You just go into it blindly.
No, you do, 100%.
Are you two married?
I am.
I'm not.
Not to each other.
But you bicker like a married couple though.
Yeah.
Proper.
So we'll get to to early life. You born and bred in Leicester?
No, I was born in Coventry.
Oh, serious?
Coventry?
Covgal.
Okay.
Cov.
And then how did you obviously went uni in?
I came down the M69.
Okay. That's where you met your partner?
Yeah, uni. I got married to Leicester.
How was early life then in Cov?
Pretty shit.
Is there a big Asian community in Cov? I don't know.
It's a big Punjabi culture, and so like what I found weird when I moved to Leicester is like, say if you're like in H&M shopping or any store, like if you overhear a conversation in Leicester, it's always a Gujarati conversation, and that used to make me like, oh my God, is it like relatives or anything? In Coventry, you overhear Punjabi. Like, I grew up with that. So, yeah, it's really different.
I heard it's very small though.
Yeah, I've heard it's very quiet. I've heard the nightlife's very quiet.
Oh God, I don't know. I was a sheltered girl, wasn't allowed to go out, wasn't allowed to do anything, and then went crazy at uni. So Coventry, I didn't. Like you get the kids that hang around in town and had to take buses through town, and then they'd.
Yeah.
I heard that was cool back then. That's what I envied. I didn't do that.
Like you said that your childhood or your early life was very sheltered. Do you think it's like that for a lot of Asian girls? Like they're really locked off until they get to a certain age, then they go to uni and they go absolutely wild. They try everything that they've been freaking boiling up to.
I think it was. I think it's getting better, but it definitely was for sure.
Back
Like,
in
I
our
was
day.
like, yeah, I think it's like that for children of immigrant parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then second generation, third generation, it starts getting a little bit more like, yeah, I get it. Because you got a better relationship with your parents, I think.
You know what? That's a good point. I've never actually.
No,
thought
it's
of
true. It's true. 100%. I mean, obviously, the immigration, their families are probably going to be a little bit more stricter. And
Because they just don't know,
like,
right?
You'd be how would you be with Ravi when she's older?
Yeah, a bit different to how my mum and dad were with me.
Exactly, innit?
But still, you know what as well? Like as I'm growing up, my obviously relationship with my parents has changed as well. Like, I can get away with. Obviously, I'm a grown ass man now with my own family. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I get that. I know what you mean. Same.
So in an Indian household, what was comedy? Was it like English comedy, Asian comedy?
In Coventry, growing up in a very like white area, I'd say we didn't watch Indian TV.
Okay.
So I don't have all those like, I don't know, like there's some Gujaratis and Indians that have that cultured upbringing that's very, like I think I'm quite white. I speak Gujarati and I make all the food and all that, the culture's there, but I didn't have that that upbringing that was very centered around
Only
family.
ZTV on the
yeah,
TV and stuff
exactly.
like
Yeah,
that.
no, I didn't have that. So like I grew up watching Only Fools and Horses. And
Yeah.
all of
I was
that.
just about to say that's what my dad used
But
to watch.
we had-
Fools and Horses and One Foot in the Grave and stuff
Yeah,
like
all
that.
I mean,
yeah,
like we
exactly.
had. So I like, what was that Indian comedy show when we were kids, man? The one that thingy was in. Oh, goodness gracious me!
Oh, okay,
Yeah, Bargy on the Beach. Yeah,
But that was like British inspired.
Yeah. I know, but this is the thing. Like it was
Kumars?
so. Yeah, the Kumars. I think goodness gracious me was great. That was an amazing show. Like I could think, sort of set a boundary, and then I don't know, man. I
It
thought
let
that was
people be
great.
seen,
Yeah,
didn't it?
that's what I
Like,
mean.
yeah,
And I
definitely
really
felt like represented.
100%. I wish something like that came back. To be fair, that'd be crazy.
I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah,
I love sketch
that's
Let's
comedy.
it.
reboot that, innit?
Innit?
Reboot that, man. Yeah, so obviously you mentioned Fools and Horses. What else was like comedy like? And what's your first comedy memory?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a really weird. My parents had a shop. They were a bit like
shop. Yeah.
busy, and I was the youngest child. I think I was a mistake. So I had a really weird upbringing. I'm not even going to lie.
Did you live
Like,
the shop life? Like, did you live in the shop?
Yeah,
kind of
like yeah.
Upstairs,
no,
in the
like
shop?
lunchtime.
Oh.
And I didn't live in my shop, but
Okay.
lunch like at school, I'd come at lunch to the shop, and then after school the shop, and then put all the stock away, and then go home at 6. So then I missed all TV. Like I had a weird upbringing. So
Yeah.
it was it's very different. I can't remember what the question was. What did you say?
No, he said,
comedy,
did you live
early
in the
comedy
shop?
memories,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, early comedy. I don't know. I wasn't into comedy. I'm not somebody that thought I was going to be a comedian.
Yeah, so what was your early
this just
dreams
happened
then?
by accident. What was my earliest? Watching like Jack D and Jasper Carrot on TV, like.
Oh yeah.
Because my dad would go pub,
Yeah.
and my mum would be busy, so nobody cared what anyone watched on telly, and that's like all like 1 to 5. It's like the weird stuff that would come on. So
Yeah.
it
Were
was
you always
fun.
the funny one in the family?
Always the class clown.
No,
as
my
well.
brother's really funny too. No, I used to be really chatty. My brother's really funny, but I think trauma makes you funny. Do you know what I mean?
Could
You know,
be.
like when you're the youngest and you've just been through the most, and it's like you use
You inherit it, and you just
you use
become-
comedy as an outlet.
To be fair,
Because
yeah.
if you don't laugh, then you're gonna cry.
Yeah, no, facts.
So
That is right.
I did ask you earlier. I think it was off camera, but pharmacist. So, what was your early dreams? What did you want to be?
Probably an actress or something that made me feel seen. I was so neglected. I was like, anything that brought me some attention, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that job. I don't know. You don't really know what you're going to want to do. You just, my brother's a pharmacist and both my sisters were scientists. So it was just like, just do pharmacy. You make some money.
Yeah,
Just
that's
do it.
it.
They done it, so why not you?
Just
You can see the
literally.
money. Do you know what I mean? It's there.
Like it's a really like good profession. People will respect you. Just do that. So I did. I honestly played by the playbook for all of my life, and then after I got married, I was like, "F this, let's go crazy."
So that changed everything then. Marriage.
Marriage, or I don't know. It was just like I've just, went to school, went to uni, got married, had kids, and I was like, oh my God, what now?
Yeah. Did you think you had to fill a hole? Like there was something there that you knew you could do, or like you said, you wanted to be seen, and were you really seen then, or were you just someone that was fitting in?
Always just fitting in, innit? But I realised that. Well, the thing that I think is that if I get to the end of my life and I look back and I go, all I did was pharmacy, like that scares the shit out of me. So I made a choice. I changed things.
And go on.
So how did you get from comedy to radio? How did that sort of...
Comedy to radio.
Oh no, forget comedy to radio. How did you get from pharmacy to comedy?
Oh, wait.
I don't know.
You just dropped a few steps. You're tired. It's okay.
No, I'm not tired.
Hired.
Yes, hired.
I just I'm a yes person in the sense I've heard that this could be very misconstrued. I'm like, if there's an opportunity, I will say yes, even though it scares me. I sign up for things that I can't necessarily, checks that I can't cash, but then it works out, and that's what happened with this because I was on maternity leave, my second one, so I had a 2-year-old. And then I was on mat leave with my second, and I saw this advert on Instagram while I was breastfeeding. Just like bored.
Scrolling at that.
Yeah, literally. It's the only time you get to just sit down and chill. So you just catch up with your messages. And it said, "Oh, do you want to learn stand-up comedy and do a showcase?" So it was free comedy because it was all free. Like you just get.
So it's just a course which is just free,
yeah,
showing
you get
you how to
mentored
basically
for free. But the thing is that when you sell your tickets, you raise money for charity.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, I've never done anything for charity in my life, and I ain't gonna run a marathon. So I thought, this is it.
Sell some comedy tickets.
No, but
literally.
why comedy? Did you think you were funny, or like had somebody told you, you should do this, or did you watch a lot of comedy? Maybe.
Have you always been a risk taker, like just taking a risk, like, oh yeah, why not?
I'm always like up for new experiences.
Okay,
like always, like let's do it. I'm a like have fun. Like I said, I had a really sheltered childhood, so I'm that person in class that if you dare me to do something,
you'll do it.
Yeah, like I just need a bad influence, and I would
really?
be. Do you know what I mean?
You sound like one of my
that.
cousin sisters who we're going to be with next week. She's like exactly like that. That you don't even have to push her. You just give it a little nudge.
Literally, I'm that person. I can be quite wild, but I just need a little bit of encouragement, and I'll go a long way.
So what was the encouragement when you seen that post?
Yeah.
Or you seen that?
Well, it was just said, oh, sign up for more information. So I just thought, I'll put my details in. Like there's literally nothing to lose. Because I was a pharmacist, I thought from that I would just improve my public speaking skills. Like if I do presentations at work.
Yeah. That's a good way of thinking about it.
Honestly, because it just gives you the confidence to be able to stand in front of people. Yeah. And it said you were going to be mentored. So I just thought, this can't be that hard to, they're going to tell me how to write my jokes or they're going to give me jokes.
Before that, have you ever stood up, you've maybe done presentations at work, but have you stood up in front of a big crowd and done a speech or done anything like that?
No, nothing. But honestly, it just said, we'll send you more information. Yeah. But then when I did it went, oh, you've signed up. And I was like, what? Like,
you signed up?
It totally conned me.
So that's it, just hit the email.
It tricked me. And then I sent a message, like my heart was going a bit fast at this point. And I messaged my husband. I was like, I think I've just signed up to do stand-up comedy. And he was like, that just doesn't surprise me at all.
Like some random ass fuck thing.
He's like, no, he was literally like, okay, that sounds like something stupid you'd do. And I think God or whoever has a way of making things happen. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got a path, because I wasn't happy doing pharmacy and I'm a really creative person.
I was just about to ask you, was it a satisfying job being a pharmacist or whatever you were doing?
I just love the chatty part of it, chatting to the customers, patients, customers, and like the staff, all the nurses, because I worked at the Royal, so it's all the nurses, the doctors, like I love that side of it. But the actual work inside, like it's good, but it's not what I'm doing for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I hear it. And then, what you mean. So this opportunity arose?
Yeah. Like otherwise, do you not think that's like a bit of divine intervention? Like otherwise, how would this whole
But
career path.
yeah.
I think though, hats
happened
off
for
to you
me.
for thinking about, because like it would improve your public speaking skills.
Yeah, that's
because
outside the box
That
thinking,
is an
isn't it?
because you thought like that. Not a lot of people would think like that, so they wouldn't get the opportunity to then go and try another craft. That's the reason why that you're doing what you're
true.
doing.
I think you do have to be open to opportunities in
You
life,
do,
though. Do you need, like, if
100%
something comes
facts.
knocking, just see where it goes, you know?
Exactly, and I think some people can't see opportunity nowadays because it's like there's so much. Some people worry about what's going to happen or how
The
they're going to
fear
be
of the
judged or
unknown,
isn't it?
anything.
Yeah.
No, I
Or
think
what are
it's
their
more
friends going to say? Are their family going to support them? Or what are they going to like literally do?
Because
But-
everything's online now as well. Everything's
Exactly,
it's
like-
about judgment, isn't it? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I personally think, you know how you said you're a yes person? I personally think it's a good thing, and it's good to try new things that you never tried before.
100%. I would never think that comedy and public speaking would actually go in line, but now thinking about it, yeah, it would.
Yeah, because they said that they mentor you, and then you go on stage, and you do 5 minutes. And at the time, you think, oh, 5 minutes is nothing. And then when you come to doing it, bloody hell, 5 minutes is the longest
it is a
in your
long time.
life.
It's like tick, tock, tick.
And oh mate, it's
I can imagine.
So was that based in Leicester then?
it was at that place that burnt down. That's where I did that showcase. You know, like, was it Liquid Envy?
Oh yeah.
I did it out there before it burnt down to friends and family.
What year was this then? Do you remember?
Yes, because I know when my son was born, 2019,
Oh, so kind of recent-ish, yeah. So yeah,
just before COVID.
okay, so you went there.
Did it.
How was that experience? Like, did you meet a lot of new people?
Well,
that
do you know what was
didn't-
crazy? Can I tell you this? When you sign up on Instagram, anybody can sign up on Instagram. So, like, being a pharmacist, you know, if you go to like conferences, things, you're always around people of a certain
famous.
level.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just they've either their lives have kind of been similar in you know, studious or this. Any Tom, Dick, and fucking Harry could turn up, and it was like that. Like we I think we met near some hall or pub near the Walkers, the King Power Stadium.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
like I walked in, and it was everybody and anybody, and I was like, you know, like it was weird.
What
for me.
did you expect before you walked in?
Yeah, did you actually
that?
expect that?
But because
or-
I've always lived quite a show, like I don't just go out where there's randoms. Like, do you know what I mean? If I'm ever anywhere, it's either to do with work or family or
Yeah.
close friends. But to turn up and rock up, and it's just all ages, you know.
What made you want to like just go and do something like that? Stand up on stage for 5 minutes and speak? That's crazy.
charity? Because I'd never done anything for charity.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
is a
fair.
good reason.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good
No,
reason.
that is
See,
a
that's
good
another good thing that happened
Yeah,
from this
There you go.
divine intervention.
Fully.
literally. Otherwise, how would I be here? It's crazy. So, yeah,
So that was the start of the journey.
that was the start.
And then how did the journey progress from there?
I did that bit of stand up, and then somebody, like loads of people did it. I don't know, probably about 20 people, and all their friends and family were watching, and we raised loads of money for charity. I remember in one of the mentoring sessions, because it was just one every week for a couple of hours, and the guy that was mentoring us, he was like a semi-professional comedian, and he goes to everybody, he goes, "Oh, put your hand up if you want to be a comedian," right? And me, I just don't have any, what's the word?
No filter.
No filter. No kind of awareness. I literally guffawed. I was like, that's so funny. And like people actually put their hands up, and I was like, oh shit, like people actually want to be comedians here.
Oh
like
my
that's how much
God.
I had no idea of how my world would change. Do you know what I mean?
Had anybody there ever done it before, or was everyone's like?
I think there was 1 or 2 people that had done a course before.
Okay, yeah.
But like literally, I was just there for the charity and thingy. And so I guffawed, and then I thought, oh my God, that's really rude. And then it was really weird because after that, after I did the final showcase, somebody came up to me at the end and said, do you want to do that again? Because you've done 5 minutes and we've got like a middle spot on a local gig. And I was like, well, I've done all the work already.
That's
Why
it.
not?
Why not? You
Might as
laid
well.
the ground, right?
and I get like, what, 20 quid for it? All right, yeah, sure.
Fair enough. Why not?
So in that the first 5 minutes, that slot, how long did it take you to think of them jokes? Like, what was the time period, and how do you think of your jokes?
You do it. It was like an 8 week. You meet every week, once a week in an evening.
Yeah.
And 8 weeks. And I think you just start with a funny story. I think that's what he told us. Just if you've got a funny story, start with a funny story, and then just cut out all the BS.
Yeah, that doesn't
We don't
need to be
need,
there.
just like so. It was like there is a process. And I knew that I wanted to do like a few different jokes. I think I did 4 jokes. And I did one like that was a bit political at the time about Boris Johnson and his sex hair or something. And then I did one about me as a mum, I think. Yeah, I did a mum one. And then I do you know what? I wanted to do a sex joke.
Yeah.
And like for me, like imagine I was still very sheltered.
That's one of the questions
back
right
then.
here. So.
I was still really worried about what people think back then. Like
in the community.
Or everything.
Your video would be going around,
Just
everybody
everything.
sending it to the masses in the morning with a joke.
Who I am now and who I was then in terms of how much I give a shit what people think is so different. And back then I was still very much like, but I like the idea of me doing that kind of scared me but excited me because I'm married now.
Yeah.
You know, like your mum goes, you can do all of those things after you get married. Dye your hair after
that.
you're married.
You said that.
Yeah, you can anything. It was always just do it after you get married. So now I'm like, I'm married.
You're someone else's problem now.
Literally, exactly that.
100%.
So I was like, I'm going to do this. And like my older sister, my brother-in-law, there was a lot like some family in the audience. And I thought, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to push those boundaries. It felt so liberating for me to be able to do that.
That's crazy.
What did they think about you doing this?
What was their thoughts on it?
I think because I'm the youngest in the family and the youngest on my dad's side, I think they just think anything I do is a bit of a joke. Like, she ain't serious. So I think they didn't take me seriously. And now 6 years later, they're like, oh.
How do they feel
she's
about
really
it
good
now,
job.
6 years later? What do they say?
Can I be honest?
Of
I don't care.
Yeah, no.
I do not care. I'm sure they're supportive, but what I'm saying is, even if they were, I do like, and I love being in this position, and I wish more women felt like this, where you just
don't give a shit.
I don't care what anyone thinks, and it's so freeing. It's like freedom.
No, but do they see that? Obviously, you host. For example, you hosted Mela, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that in the Asian community. Let's say that's a big thing. That bragging rights for your parents. Oh, my daughter did.
Yeah, it is bragging rights. It is 100% bragging rights. Like your parents would be proud of you. 100%.
My parents are in Coventry. They actually came to the Mela this year.
Oh, did they?
Really?
And that was the first time they've ever seen me on stage. They've never come to my comedy before because I never learned my comedy. But they came to the Mela for the first time, and that was quite a big deal for me. Like, I saw my dad waving, and I just thought, oh my God, have I made you proud?
Yeah, this is exactly what I mean.
100%. You've made them proud. 100%.
That was quite...
So do you know your first 5-minute thing that you did? Would you deem that a success? How was the crowd reaction on that?
If I watched that back now, I'd be like, what the fuck? No, I don't think it was a success.
But you know, like you said, is it because, do you think you was too sheltered and you weren't able to tell the jokes that you actually wanted to tell, or was it just because it's not what you would tell now?
I just think I was just so nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous. I blanked. I remember because when I first started out, my brain used to like doing this thing where it's like, you're going to forget. And then I'd forget. And then I'd have to get over it in the set and then I'd be fine. But there was always that little hurdle that my brain would set for me. And yeah, it did that on that 5 minutes. And then I just said out loud, I was like, oh my God, I'm having a brain blank. And then everybody cheered. And then I got over it and I carried on. So
That's crazy.
That's sick.
But it was, I think at that point, you're just proud of yourself, no matter what. Do you know what I mean?
Just to be up there and doing
but
it.
looking back now, I'm like, oh God, that was fucking awful.
How do you deal with tough crowds?
Tough crowds. So a tough crowd is either heckling or silence. So when people laugh, there's an energy and you just feel like they're laughing. Like, I got a good laugh.
Success.
And it also allows your brain to then think, like, remember the rest of your set, right? If they don't laugh, you start going into panic mode and then the whole rest of it just goes to shit as well.
Yeah.
So, and like, brown people, they don't do outward laughing. It's so hard, like, with those crowds. They kind of just go, and you're like, I didn't get any of that. You
like
can't even see people
laugh.
because of the spotlight. So you're just thinking you're bombing. And then afterwards they'll go, oh, you did really well. And I'm like, can you tell yourself that, please? Because you didn't laugh.
So you got asked to do that second slot, you said.
Yeah.
Was that did you do the exact same?
Yeah.
And then How was that for you then? Doing it the second time? Did you blank the second time, or was it more?
Oh God, I blanked for a long time. Like for the first like 30 gigs, I think I blanked. But comedy's such a crazy.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
journey.
Like, it's really. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I think
I can't. The self-doubt is ridiculous. Like if you're not in a good place mentally, that can ruin you, because you come off and you are your own worst critic anyway, right? Yeah. So even if I felt like it went well, I'll probably convince myself it didn't afterwards. Also, when you're on stage and you're doing it, your mouth is almost like knows what to say, like it's like memory of your joke, and your brain is it's like a skill basically. When you do stand-up comedy, you learn this skill where your mouth is like muscle memory of your joke, and your brain is going, oh my God, did that guy just give me a weird look? Is she laughing? Is he getting up to leave?
Both at the same time.
Yeah, so this skill that you learn is thinking and talking at the same time, because normally you think, then you talk, and then you think, and then you talk. But this teaches you. So for me, when I'm on stage now, I'm like anticipating, while my mouth is still going, I'm anticipating loads of things that are happening. I don't know if I'm telling you a secret. I shouldn't be telling you like a comedy secret, because I don't really heard this on any other comedians. But yeah, you have to remain in control and kind of have the power. Does that make sense? So if someone heckles, you've got to like split second take control back again, because they've tried to take the attention and the control. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I love it for the fact that I've learned all these skills.
Yeah.
But it is so hard for your mental health, because your brain is going so fast when you're on stage. Then you come off, you just think, oh, that was terrible because I noticed this. Then when you watch it back, you go, oh, it's cool as a cucumber. That was fine. Like, from the outside, you look absolutely fine. On the inside, it's awful.
So it's not for the mentally weak-minded, basically. They wouldn't
It's
last.
like this. It's like you go, oh, I had a really good gig. Oh, I had a really bad gig. I shouldn't be doing this. Like after COVID, I went, my first gig after COVID, I went to Manchester to the Frog and Bucket. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a really famous comedy club in Manchester. It's called the Frog and Bucket. It's in the Northern Quarter. And I did a gong show. Have you heard of a gong show?
No.
So a comedy gong show is like, basically you have 5 minutes. You get 2 minutes where you can do your material. And then after 2 minutes, people can basically buzzer you off.
Oh shit! Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I think I've seen
it's
something
called
like
a gong
that.
show, right? And I went to do one of those because I was just happy just to have a gig. And those, oh my God, they are the worst things in the world if you're not like super confident, because I got gonged off. I nearly got to the end of my 5, but I got gonged off. And I drove home 2 hours just saying, I'm done. I quit. I'm never doing this again. Like,
why? Because you didn't get to the full 5?
Yeah, no, because it just felt awful. It was horrible. It was disgusting, right? I'm like, I'm never doing this again. But the thing is, when you've got further gigs booked in, like I only probably had 2 or 3 booked in, you have to honour them.
Yeah.
And then you go and do them and you went, oh, this is all right. And then you carry on. So yeah,
it's like a cycle, isn't it? It's keep going and going and going.
But like the amount of, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not even funny, is awful. Like I've been doing this 6 years, and I think I'm finally, and it's taken that long to get to a point to go, do you know what? Not everyone's going to like me. Not everyone in this room is going to like me, and that's okay. I just need to find my tribe, and it's so.
At that time of the story you just told, were you still a pharmacist as well?
Yeah.
So that mental thing's going through you as well. So you got to be working and
so it's like dropping the kids off at school, working late hours, come back, make sure dinner's ready, leave everything like ready for my husband. All he has to do is put them to sleep, and then I'm driving 2 hours to Manchester back. Get back at like 1 in the morning, and then I'm back up at 6 to drop them off at school again. Like,
that's a hustler mindset. That is, you have to do it, innit?
You have
that's
to.
Sick.
But I think you do have to have a level of trauma to want to do this. Like, you don't do this if you love yourself.
Yeah. Well done for you doing that and taking that time.
Hands down.
So you said that you recently just come off the self-doubt. So when did you first think, yes, this is actually successful, that I've done a good show and maybe I can take this to to further levels? When did that light bulb moment hit?
Oh, it's really hard to tell. Has it hit? Has it even hit yet? Honestly, I don't think you ever think you're good enough, because it causes you so much anxiety.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use that word, but I didn't want to use that word.
It does cause. I can imagine.
So much anxiety. And your body. So basically, in the lead up to a gig, if I know I've got a gig that week, I mean, it's getting a bit better now because I'm starting to believe in myself. but you get all this like anxiety, and then I'm a bit stricter with the kids, and I'm a bit snappier with my husband, and then I do my gig, and then I'm like on a high, but the adrenaline really like
it's dopamine levels go
It
mad.
is absolutely 100%. I mean, you're performing in front of like.
But my therapist said it's a very good way to find that attention that you don't have in your childhood.
Yeah, and exhale. I mean, if you want to go on stage and just talk about some shit and just make it funny, of course you can.
So you know what's it called, Frog and Bucket? Did you say? Was that like the first time where you thought, yeah, I've been booked for this? So someone must think I'm funny. How did you get these gigs? Did they see you? Did they, or did you apply for them, or how did it work back then?
With the gong shows, you just apply for them. I think I've got a little bit of a USP because, as far as I know, I'm probably one of, if only, the only British female Gujarati comedian.
Okay.
So I don't think there are
sick,
many.
That is actually sick. Round of applause there. Come on.
Wait, I don't want my laptop to fall.
No,
But
but
why do you
I
think
don't
that
know
is
if
though?
there's-
As well? Why do you think that is? Because there must be. I don't know. There might not be.
I mean, we've had hits. On.
Gucci's a dry. No.
No. It could be true. No, but why do you think that is?
Yeah,
Why
why?
is that?
Yeah,
Are we
why
just
is
are we
that?
just taught to stay in our lane? Just stay in
No,
your
I
lane.
don't even think that's it.
I know, not in our generation.
No,
You're not no women. I'm talking about. Are women
Even
just?
women, I don't know, man. I think that women have come to that like
conclusion.
independent woman
Yeah, I
stuff and
think
that.
you lot have come to that conclusion. Like, oh, we
Like
can't.
we're powerful. We can take back our power.
Yeah, of course you can take it. Do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? I
We
don't
don't care.
in my generation of people, right, and I can say this out of all my friends and all the people. I'm 40 years of age, right. So obviously I come from that sort of, do this, do that. I've not had any girl say to me, "Oh yeah, they thought like, yeah, my parents have pushed me to do this." I've never heard
Not
anyone
even
say
parents,
that.
like in our age.
Never
it's
push them
like-
to do what?
Or do anything that they don't want. Like I've never had them say, "Oh, I wish I was."
No, okay, but
Really?
what about
Yeah,
the
I
other way around?
haven't.
Have the parents ever supported them doing like stuff that they didn't thought they'd do? For example, comedy.
Probably, I don't know that. I don't know because I've never asked that question in it. Like, but I've never heard anyone say that. Oh, like.
But it's
oh,
never.
like,
I just think it's the unsaid. It's.
I think it's a taboo.
No, but your parents they rule with a silence, don't they? It's not like it's always in the unsaid. That's how we live. Like, how much open conversation with immigrant parents is there really?
With immigrant parents, not so much. I mean, like, I just think obviously with the older generation, I think because my mum's here and I see, like, because I've got family in Africa and I see the way they are and I see the way obviously my mum is, and it's slightly different. I've got the relationship I've got with my mum, like she's a sister to me, do you know what I mean? So it's like we're not, she's not my mum like that.
But that's now, right?
Yeah,
How
now.
was she 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, she beat my ass, but I still did what I
Oh
wanted.
wait, do you think if your mom told her dad I'm going to be a comedian, what would your mom's dad say?
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
That's a different generation.
It is.
It's a different mum.
It is. That's
My
what I'm saying.
mum-
No, but it's trauma. So that generation's
I get
been through it. Their kids probably thinking, my dad didn't let me do it.
No,
so
I think, yeah,
my
no,
kid
I
can't
get that. I do get that. I do
It's
get
The
not-
next
it's-
generation's going to be wild.
Yeah, it's not.
Like
it's
my
gonna be
daughter
crazy.
already has an agent and does work, like acting
For
work,
real?
modeling work. Yeah, like I think the next generation we're gonna push them. We're gonna finally have Asians in the Premier League. It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I wish that is the case. I really
No,
do
it is.
wish
No,
to
but
see that.
We're gonna make it
I
happen.
genuinely-
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, we're in social media right now. We're in the age of social media, so everyone's got their platform.
No, facts,
Like, people
100%.
can't pick and choose. Oh, I don't want that person to be. You've got YouTube, you've got TikTok, Instagram. They can put themselves out there, and
No,
I think
facts.
more people are.
No, 100%. A lot of people.
Have you ever met another actual Gujarati Asian woman comedian yourself?
That's what I mean. I don't think any Gujaratis, like loads of like Asian comedians.
Yeah.
Like at the minute, I'm really lucky to gig with like Noreen Khan and Shazia Mirza.
That's sick.
And they've been doing it a while, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Like they started way back, like years.
You need
and
to
years
check
and years
out
ago.
Hits. Hits is really good. Hits comedy.
I gig with Hits all the time.
Oh,
We started around the same time.
Yeah,
You're
see?
weird.
No, what I didn't.
Don't you look at people's social medias and shit, huh? Sorry, man. He's 40, innit?
Obviously, I'm older. I can't keep up with things as quick.
Hits. I spoke to Hits before coming.
Oh, there you go. See, I
was
find
like,
it
oh, I saw
difficult
you
like
on
to
it.
keep up with things, man. You know how many hours I work a day?
Hits, you know what? We just uploaded the reel with Hits. And
Yeah,
it did very
literally.
well. About the chili powder one in Falcon.
Literally, I was like,
That was a good one, isn't it?
You know, that was a
good
sick reel. I was laughing.
I
my
said,
head off.
you know what? Yeah, actually, we made that not a long time ago.
No, I sent you that saying upload this.
Yeah, obviously, I'm the one who made it. I'm the one who put the B-roll and stuff in. It didn't just appear, you twat.
No, but I sent you the raw file in it.
No, the raw
Yeah,
file
the
was-
raw file's the video file. I said, oh yeah, have you uploaded this? I go, you go, no, I don't think we have.
All right, and then I did all the work and uploaded.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, but I sent it to you. I was a visionary in that.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's what you called himself.
But I find it really difficult to keep up with social media and stuff. I find it really hard. Like,
You're not meant to know who I know. That's cool. You're not gonna know if I know. But because,
No, but it's in the same industry kind of thing.
yeah,
We're
because
both
it's such a
Asians.
tight circle here. Like, because we're both Leicester, not many
Yeah,
Asian
no.
comedians, and we started around the same time. Like, yeah,
actually, yeah, Hits did start around. Like,
I think he did that same course, but
Oh, shit.
the cycle before.
Sick, man.
okay.
Okay, yeah, back to the booking. So you were the Manchester one you signed up to. When was the first time that someone reached out to you and said, oh, we really want you to come and do this?
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just like a diversity tick box at the beginning. Like at the beginning, do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they're like,
no, I
we
know.
need more neurodiverse, we need more LGBTQ, we need more people of color. So it's like, and then they always like a woman, and they'll always stick the woman in the middle
Yeah.
because they just don't think that they're.
It breaks it down a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could say that. But like at the beginning, I felt like it was definitely more that, and now
Yeah,
I feel like
no.
I'm actually being booked for my merit, like on my merit, rather than as a tick box.
Yeah,
It's
no,
nice.
absolutely, 100%. I mean, obviously, you've had how many gigs have you done in total now, fully? Do you know how many?
I
gigs you've
don't know, but it's not been that many for 6 years. You know, normally people gig like 4 times a week, 3 times a week. I probably gig every 2 weeks or maybe once a month because one, after a certain, I don't know, I think it must have been COVID, where I just thought I just don't want to travel so much. Like it's tough traveling so much with a job and with the kids and everything. So I was just trying to do gigs that were kind of close by Midlands, and yeah.
But like the gigs that you've done, obviously you gained, like, I think you've done the right gigs to obviously get the exposure that you've got. 100%.
Well, I think, yeah,
Absolutely.
a little bit.
You've been
picky.
wise in decision
Like, I'm
making.
not gonna. And then you've got to start valuing yourself at
Yeah,
some
no,
point. Like, I'm
absolutely,
not
facts.
gonna drive to Manchester for no money. Like,
Yeah,
that,
no,
there's just
absolutely.
nothing.
100%.
There's
You
just
need to value
nothing in it for
yourself,
me anymore.
100%.
Yeah, and then Altaf, who does like the Desi Central gigs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He is such a like, what's the word? He's just such a supporter of talent and people like from the minority, like people of color that might not get those same opportunities. And he gave me a shot, you know, and that's how that whole started. So I got to start doing like theatres and stuff because of him. And I've got a gig coming up on the 21st.
Make sure.
That's it.
Look, what do you know? Do you want to tell them what it's called? or
Exactly, yeah,
Where they
tell
can
them.
find you?
It's the Desi Central gig. It's at the Y Theatre on the 21st of September, although this might not even be out. This might come out afterwards. But that's a really big gig because they're trusting me on a male lineup. So
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I've got a question. But I don't know if it works. So I was going to say, if you weren't Asian, if you were like white or black, do you think you'd be as successful as you were? But then is a lot of your jokes based around being Asian and being an Asian woman, Gujarati and stuff like that?
no, so because I think because I grew up in Coventry and where I grew up and thinking, I was quite like my upbringing, like I said, it wasn't so like Asian.
Yeah.
And so I don't have those
Traits.
all those jokes from my childhood are like, you know, like all the like I have some of the jokes with how my parents behave, but it wasn't like fun like with your cousins, you know, when you all get together and you take the mick and that's where all that kind of banter comes from. I didn't have that. So when I first started comedy, I didn't want to be pigeonholed as being that brown comedian because they just expect you to just do a brown accent, you know, like if you're doing like little pubs and things like that where the demographics all white, then they're just like, oh, it's a brown person, they're going to be brown. And I was just like, no, I don't want to be pigeonholed. So I didn't do anything and no brown jokes. And then I started doing more like brown crowds with the Desi Central and all of that. And I was like, oh crap, like I've got to start tapping into my culture now because that's what people want to hear. So that kind of came later, and I'm still figuring it out. It's really weird. I had like a bit of an identity crisis within comedy,
Yeah.
because if you do like your rural pubs and that, and it's just white people, you wonder if they've even seen a person of color. Like seriously, there's some gigs I rock up to and I'm like, oh my God. And then you do the theatres with all this, like the white theatres, like all Gujarati women just on a night out, just love it when I husband bash, you know. So
that's what they came for, innit? And that's
literally,
what
so it's every gig I'm just learning what what works, what doesn't work, and
it's one of them ones you've got to learn your crowd in it. So, like you said, in Leicester, it might be majority of Gujaratis because that's where they're from. But you might go, I don't know, maybe Newcastle or something where there's not many, and then learn your crowd.
You have to learn your crowd. You have to look at your crowd.
Comedy actually, because when I started, it was quite a rebellion for me, and I really loved it. So all my comedy was quite dirty. It was quite like sex orientated. It was quite intimate, and I loved it. It was my therapy, and now I've kind of tamed it down and gone. I think I got it out of my system, and so now I'm a little bit more family friendly, but not that much, but a little bit more, because the brown crowds are not ones for like the hardcore.
If you had to compare yourself to a comedian, who would you compare yourself to?
Oh gosh, if I had to compare myself, I don't know. So like what comedians do you like? Asian comedians? Do you really
if you
like?
Forget the Asian part.
All right, well, let me tell you a story. So recently, we went to see Paul Chowdhury.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's one of the probably first time I've ever been to a big crowd to see it. And I was like, nice, had a little drink, had a little smoke before I went. Somebody decided to have mushroom chocolate.
I got spiked.
Was fried. He thought everyone... tell him what he thought everyone was on fire in the friggin'...
Why you got to air me out like this? All right. So... No,
it sounds like a really fun story.
So this...
Go and tell her now.
It's a true story. I hate you, bro. All right, no, so basically, so we went to see Paul Chowdhury in De Montfort. And...
it was sick. I loved it.
I can't remember anything, So obviously... we went with, those two other guys we went with, so we all bought tickets for like 6 months ago or something, because they were sold out. And my boy goes to me, he goes, oh, let's take a microdose. I said, no, why not? So I didn't realize he'd given me...
Was that the first time?
No, probably the second after stopping doing it, let's say... the time before that was probably
Remember what she said? We don't want the bullshit of your story.
No, I'm just telling you. Bro. Time before that was 1.5 years, right? So I've done it. We're getting in the car, and then obviously we're on Catherine Street on the way to De Montfort, and it started to kick in now that this is not a microdose. This is a full thing you've given me. Yeah, so I've looked at him and another guy driving. Their hoodies are looking like bubbles, and they're starting to bubble and stuff like that. Yeah. So I turned around, and these lot are playing music loud. And I go, this is not microdose.
Do you remember that? Him having...
I remember everything. He was so fucked. On that day, he quit the podcast. He told me that I'm a dickhead. He got off from De Montfort Hall. He went into the taxi. He went around the block. I'm like, Rahul, come back. Don't go home like that. And then he goes to the taxi driver. Oh, can you drop me back, please? And then
I was going around the taxi and everything. I don't even think the taxi was driving. Like, thinking back on it, I said, you know what?
He probably didn't even go around the block.
Yeah, he probably didn't even go around the block.
He's like, bro, I don't want to do the podcast anymore. I can't do it. I'm like, bro, you're having a panic attack.
I was so thingy here, because imagine Paul Chowdhury is dressed in white and black here, then the whole room's red. I can't see nothing. Everyone's looking like candles. And I see pyramids on the stage and shit. I'm just like, no, I can't do this. I can't see what's going on in front of me. I can't do it. It looks like I'm in hell, and he's the devil talking to everyone. And I swear to you, at that point, I literally, for that whole show, put my head down. I couldn't be in that room.
God.
I was
having a whole panic attack. But do you know what? When his comedy gets a bit angry, probably was like that. Like
he was shouting, shouting. Then this guy shouting as well, and then I'm just literally there, my head down.
Were you just laughing at this guy, just like in the fetal position next to you?
Yeah, that's what he was. He was like this. He had his head in his arms.
I took his sunglasses.
Like, I was 3/4 of the way through. I stood up and said, "Paul Chowdhury, check out Fryday podcast." And he said something back. I had a sick time.
Yeah,
I think it was
you
great.
had a sick time,
and he reposted this and everything. But I don't know about his time.
That was probably the worst experience I've ever had.
That's the worst trip ever.
Yeah, ever. Like the one time I had
it was when you went to see comedy.
Yeah, when I went to see comedy, I think that was the worst. The funniest time was when I went for a walk in the park. I couldn't stop laughing. That was one of the best. Took my dogs for a walk. It was great.
On your own?
No. There was about 3-4 of us. Okay. It was no, not my own. Forget that. That'd be crazy.
What do you think of Paul Chowdhury? Oh, wait, okay. Has he opened up any doors, do you think, for the Asian comedians?
Yeah, like anybody that gets the spotlight and, through comedy or whatever platform, that's like, yeah, absolutely. Representation matters. Yeah. Definitely. The thing with comedy is it's subjective, right?
Yeah.
So anyone can say, "Oh, you're a shit comedian," but actually, it just means it's just not your type of comedy. But it will be somebody's type of comedy. It's so subjective. So his comedy is just not my type of comedy. But that's he's really successful. So he's not a shit comedian. He's just.
Who is your favorite comedian? Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh, no.
That's a hard one.
The same question to you. Who's your favorite?
With me, I have categories like black comedians, old school comedians.
Okay, so from this category, say a few and then I'll tell you.
Who's yours?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle.
Mine's Cat Williams actually. Gone Cat Williams.
You can't he's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
What about
what's the guy that?
What about British?
British, the one that keeps moving around and sweating a lot. What's his name?
Lee Evans.
Yeah, Lee Evans.
He's great. He's amazing. The energy he gives at a show and what he gives on a show is that crazy.
For me, a legendary one is Russell Peters.
Russell Peters again. Yeah, he's crazy. But I've only seen. For me, why I think I like Russell Peters,
I think that's the first time I've ever sat down and watched a whole comedy show in one go. The old school one he did, Nobile and that.
Yeah, but then you got Eddie Murphy and you got Omar Jalali. Oh, what's his name?
Yeah,
is it?
Jalali.
Jalali, that's it. He's
funny.
That guy is hilarious.
Yeah, there's so many. I don't know. I know this sounds really bad. I don't get time to watch comedy.
Okay, what makes a good comedian in your eyes?
Ramesh is great. He's funny.
So Ramesh, I like that he is just him, and he's quite British with his comedy, and I feel like I'm quite British with my comedy.
Yeah, he's very British with his comedy.
I don't really lean into. I do. I lean into my culture, but just it's not all of my identity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't let it define me.
I like Ali Wong. I don't know. Have you seen Ali Wong on Netflix special? It's Baby Cobra. So when I saw her, I felt like she's somebody who influenced me a lot in her stage presence and how she kind of conducted herself. And I like Sarah Pascoe. I don't know if you know, or Ellie Jane Taylor. It's just these women are really, really inspirational for me because you get it's been male comedians since the beginning of time. And it's these women that make me go, do you know what? I can do this in this industry.
And they're doing it. Okay, so my next question on the list was, how do you turn daily life into comedy gold? How does it happen? What's the process? Obviously, back in the day, like you said, there's stories and that, but that's stories that happened before. How do you make current stories?
It's just stuff that I find funny. I don't take anything seriously. It's really hard to offend me. And I have no barriers. So I think everything's funny to me. Honestly, I'm that person. To be honest, growing up, I'm that person that would always laugh at the most inappropriate times, and then people would think I was a dick.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And then as soon as I started doing comedy, it gave me a license to be that dick. It was brilliant. So if I'd laugh at those moments where you're not meant to laugh, everyone would be like, oh yeah, she's a comedian. So it almost gave you a free pass to be a dick. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that is
so. I can't remember the question now.
How do you turn the everyday life into comedy gold?
That's it. So I find a lot of the dumb stuff really funny. My comedy's quite dumb. Even if I go and watch comedy, it's stupid comedy. And also my kids are quite they've got really good sense of humor. And my husband doesn't find me funny at all. If I do say a joke and I say it to him and he has a completely straight face, I just don't even bother anymore because we have very different senses of humour. So
Who does he find funny?
We just bounce off each other.
Who does your husband find funny then?
I don't know. I'll watch stuff with him and I'll be like, I don't even know how to find this funny. And he's like,
I get that, you know. I swear to God, I get that. I'm like, why do you watch this shit? She's like, what do you mean it's bad? I'm like, bro, this is not funny, man.
I just don't get it. Yeah, like he likes this Iglesias guy, this Mexican, this big, short, South American guy.
Oh, yeah, I think I know.
Do you know who
he's
got in the Netflix comedy star? And then it got, like, Eddie Murphy's good. He, like,
Eddie Murphy's pretty
rock and stuff. But I don't know. I think to be a comedian, you've got to be able to find yourself funny. Like, I think I'm hilarious. And with that ego is where you go out on stage.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, then you ain't got nothing. They don't find you funny and you don't even find yourself funny. Then you got nothing, right? But yeah, my kids are so funny. My kids are hilarious. Just the other day, or like today, yesterday, just the last few days, we've been doing your mama jokes. So my kids are 6 and 8.
Oh, now I've got to ask, what's your favourite mama joke after this? I've got to ask.
So I love to teach them stuff as they get older, and I thought, it's a perfect time to start your mama jokes. And my husband was really good. When I met him at uni, he had so many, because I went to a boys' school, I don't know. I didn't have any. I was so sheltered. I was like, I didn't even know any of these. And so then, like, I said to the kids, oh, your dad knows loads. And he was like, no, I don't. And then they started coming out, and then he reeled them all off. And then my kids are now trying to do them, and they are just failing so hard, but it's the funniest. And my son, who's 6, so you know it's always your mama, he insists on saying, my mama. So when he's telling me a joke, he'll go, my mama's so ugly. And I'm like, Nile, stop. My mama's so fat. I'm like, no, Nile, it's your mama. And
yeah, my mama.
Yeah, literally. So there's just stupid shit like that just cracks us up. Can I tell you my favourite one?
Go on, please. Go on, please.
You know, after she tells you, I'm going to tell you jokes that my daughter tells you, and I find them funny, but honestly, if you don't find them funny, they're stupid as fuck.
But that's the best
I
thing.
want to hear your mama joke as well.
No, it's not okay, your mama.
Have you got your mama joke? Well, you can think about it.
Oh yeah, obviously the old school, isn't it? Your mama's so ugly, she makes onion cry and shit like that.
I like that one. I'll tell them that one when I go home. This one. I don't know why my husband told this one. Your mama's so ugly that the ducks threw the bread back.
Hey, look, this is my daughter. Her name is Ravinia. This is the kind of jokes that she tells before. Well, she still, if you tell her to freestyle, this is, why did the doner kebab cross the road? To get to the wardrobe. It doesn't make sense, but when she tells me when I'm high, bro, I swear to God,
when you're high,
she's a comedy queen, bro. Like, it's so funny. Like, it's so stupid that it's so funny. You get it?
But you know what? Isn't that a great foundation? Like, you've got to just support her from there, because it's only going to get better.
I do, because I laugh so much. She actually thinks she's funny, so she's like, more stupid jokes.
Your mom's so dumb, she got locked in the supermarket and died of starvation.
That's so cool. Your mom said, she's next to Jesus at school.
Yeah, listen, your mom said, put Fruitella out of business.
I forget to put out business.
I don't want to say the other part to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love dumb jokes, but that's where we're at. Have you told your daughter your mama jokes?
No, you know what? When I get home,
You need to go.
You'll be buzzing going home telling your daughter your mama jokes, isn't it?
she's gonna, my missus is gonna get vexed when I hear that.
Your mom's so fat every time she wears a yellow jacket, a yellow taxi.
Your mom's so fat, every time she turns around, it's her birthday.
Your mom's so fat when I was in bed with her, I rolled over, I was still on her.
You a fuck, man. Hey, dude. I told you to stop this one.
I'll keep going to the sunshine. Got so many.
Alright, so far, your career is still, I think, you said you haven't done many gigs. What's been the highlight of the career so far?
There's been a few. Are you still laughing at the mum jokes?
He's thinking of more.
See, I don't know why. I think it's a guy thing that you just have a library of them. Just ready. How do you have that? My husband has this library
He's
too.
so fucked. Every time
And you're in this library, we haven't been like 3 or 4 years and man learning this pop up again.
It's funny all over again.
I'm reliving it right now. Oh my god.
We should give you a moment. It's probably going to be a while, isn't it? So I got asked to do the BBC Asian Comedy Night.
Sick.
BBC Asian Network Comedy Night, which was really cool, and that was quite early in my career. And then, straight off the back of that, I don't even know how it happened, but I got a call to host the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games.
Oh shit!
With
That's
like
mad.
Lenny Henry and Joe Lycett.
That's fucking crazy.
And like it was literally Lenny Henry, everyone knows him. Joe Lycett, everyone knows him. Shazia Mirza, because they were looking for Brummy people. Noreen Khan, and then me. Nobody had heard of. It was so, they're like, this is so surreal. It was crazy because we were like in front of a crowd of like, I don't know, 50,000 people, and then it was cast globally.
That's mad. 5 years before that, you would never have thought that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how did I end up here?
Yeah.
How did I end up here? Like, it's crazy. You just gotta say yes to stuff. Honestly, you just gotta say yes.
That's the real. Say it again.
That is the real.
In that camera.
You gotta say yes to stuff and make SHIT happen.
It's fucking good.
50,000 people.
Yeah, like
That must have been good. Mad. Was that real?
it was surreal.
How is that compared to like doing a gig?
It is so much easier doing bigger gigs.
What?
Because you've not got individual people like looking back at you, right?
But it's
just
recorded,
seeing
it's
people.
televised.
Yeah, but you've not got that like anybody giving you any criticism directly. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean.
Smaller gigs are so much harder.
You can just tell people that are criticizing you by looking at you. When you're on the big things, you can't.
You can't feel that. Yeah, you can't see that. You can't feel that.
But then I know there's some meme that's
And then you're with greatness around you, so
you're with
big
greatness,
names.
absolutely, 100%. That's one thing as well. That's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
All right. So my favorite question I always ask everyone: what is success to you?
Success to me is getting to the end and going, God, I lived, I did it. That's it. Although I just went to a mindset conference, and winning is being better than you were yesterday. Apparently, that's like the official.
There's another real. Go and say that again.
After the your mama jokes, winning is being better than the joke that you said yesterday.
You know what? Yeah, I've actually seen you doing all these women's conferences and stuff like that. How important is that to you?
Oh my God, so important. So I actually do a lot of presenting and hosting. One, because it's so much easier than stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Two, it pays better. And three, I haven't got to sell a joke. I just got to tell you information, and that's it. So I love the hosting. So corporate events, hosting, Christmas parties, ring me. It's so important to me. So most recently, it was the South Asian Heritage Month, of July and August, and a lot of people just do events themselves and use that kind of heading as like we're doing it as part of the month. But the actual trust set up this gig and asked me to host, which was really nice. And it was South Asians in the creative industries, because we are just not encouraged to do.
We need to get invited to these shits, innit, man?
The thing is that...
No, you're not very creative, okay?
No, but bro, you work on Saturday, Monday to Saturday you work, yeah? Monday to Friday I work. So the only days we've got is Saturday and Sunday. Saturday you're working more time and you're going to be knackered. Sunday you got family.
That's what your day job though.
I run a garage on Doncaster Road in the heart of Leicester, in the heart of India, Leicester.
And I basically sell promo merchandise to the other side of the world, US. So anything like Facebook, anything branded or anything, I basically do that.
Ah, okay, and that's what brings in the money.
Yeah, that's what brings in the money.
Wait, is this your full-time thing? Comedy, you still do have a...
So I've quit pharmacy.
Quit pharmacy completely?
Completely. My son got really ill. Like really ill. Like he was in hospital for 3 weeks, and it was that time where like kids were dying of pneumonia, and it was really bad. And it just, after that, it just made us see things really differently. Like, and my beautiful husband was like, you ain't getting any younger. So if you want a career change, it's now. Do it now. Like, what are you waiting for? So I took a career break, and then I quit after a year. Like, it was like a phasing out. And now I do stand-up comedy, and I spend time with my kids, and I do marketing for his company as well.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Pharmacy to marketing.
That's crazy.
Last question, literally from me, well, it's two. Where do you see yourself in the next year and then in the next 5 years?
Where do you see me? What do you want to see me do?
You know what? I want you to set up a workshop for Gujarati, like what you said, specifically Gujarati Indian like women who want to get
encourage creative thinking.
Yeah.
So South Asian Heritage Month have asked me, unofficially, to be the creative lead.
Sick.
So I feel so passionate about encouraging other, not even just women, just South Asians to pursue, like, you know, like we all just stay in our lane and we just don't have the self-esteem, and I don't know why we don't, but we need to really change that to pursue what makes you happy. Because actually, yes, you can make money being an accountant or a doctor or a pharmacist, but if you do something that makes your heart happy and you put your all into it, there's no reason why you can't be equally successful in those careers. Do you know what I mean?
Bring back Goodness Gracious Me as well, remake.
Mate,
Come on, remake that 5-year plan, that needs to happen.
I love writing sketch comedy, so I will be part of that if that happens.
Please.
Who would you cast?
Hits of that.
Who would I cast?
This is the last question.
I have no idea who I'd cast, but it's all about, because things have changed. You know what Goodness Gracious Me was 20 years ago? The jokes are different now. Like, that would be so outdated now. So it's like
there's some shit you couldn't be
able to say.
Exactly.
Because I've watched it recently again, kind of thing.
Have you?
Yeah.
No, but I think you should go like. There's so many stereotypical things in Asian life that you could talk about
today. It needs to be relevant.
Do you know what?
Today, go on.
Remember them two aunties that you say, "Oh, my son's a doctor," and the other one say, "Oh, my son's a pharmacist," "Oh, my son's this." You know, like up to date back to that. "Oh, my son's a podcaster."
It should be like, "My son does AI." Like, what is AI?
Yeah, no, it would be brilliant. Yeah, 100%, man.
But yeah, I think that's it for me. Thank you very much for your time. All the best for your future. If you want to find her, we're going to tag her below. She said she's got a show which might be before this.
Follow me on socials anyway.
Follow her on socials anyway. Big up all the sponsors. Big up Gypsy Lane Chippery. As she said, is the best chippery in Leicester. They don't need to sponsor us, but they do. This episode is actually brought to you by the Chili Guys. Big up F&K Flooring.
Big up Chili Guys.
Yeah.
Big up Man-Made Barbers each and every time. Big up Hot Potato Shop. Big up Gypsy Lane Chippy. F&K Flooring.
Yes, and big up Best of Podcast Studio.
FluTD.
Oh yeah, big up FluTD, our newest sponsor.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.